it was actually originally a student project, and we took it to Gamescom last year, and we met with Funcom, and we showed it to them, and they were like, we don't know what we could do with this, but then they were like, wait a second, we own the Conan license, maybe we could apply that to it and sort of do our first sort of non-serious Conan game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it sort of came about that way. You got anything to add to that?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. They were very keen to see what we could do with it in a fun sense. Like, you know, Conan, the games to date have been very serious and very AAA, flexing muscles, and so they were like, let's have some fun, let's poke the finger at Conan.
Yeah, and we were like, funnily enough, the guy who was working on the student project was a Conan super fan as well. So it just sort of, it was one of those moments in time that just was perfect, I think. Right. We've been demoing it this week, and it's a really hard roguelike. It's that real traditional, difficult game. When you die, it resets to the start and you start again. It's 1 to 4 players, so we're really going for that same couch party fun. You know, a few beers, friends, go for it. Yeah, so that's it at its core. It's about, you know, you play it over and over again. It's about replayability. We sort of think like Binding of Isaac, way less dark than Binding of Isaac, mixed with sort of Castle Crashers type is a good sort of quick way to say it.
Yeah, and the 4-player nature really sort of softens their roguelike elements as well. If one of your characters happens to die in multiplayer, the other characters can revive them, pump the chest, get the blood flowing again, and you can be up and running again.
Yeah, all the currency in the game, you collect coins to buy upgrades and stuff.
Right.
And when you die, half of that falls out on the ground. So in a 4-player game, when someone's got half a heart left, you see every other player like creeping towards them, waiting for them to die so that they can quickly snatch up their coins. It's pretty fun. You can finish the game, obviously. It's about a 3-hour experience is what we're still balancing that, but it's going to be about 2-3 hour experience to get through at one time. But then you'll go back and do it again to find more things, uncover more secrets, and unlock all the weapons. So you can unlock new weapons from chest drops like we're seeing there, and they fall out of enemies every now and again. And they get saved. When you die, they get basically into the loadout that you can buy from the stalls. But that's really the only progression we save, besides like achievements and stuff like that. We kept it so that they're all the same in terms of stats. They get a different weapon and different armor at the start of the game. It's randomly dropped on you when you choose your character. So yeah, we wanted to just keep it that way so that, on that same couch co-op thing, we want people to jump in. We don't want them sitting there for ages choosing, like looking at stats and stuff like that. We want them straight in and playing, so that's the way we went. But we have plans for DLC. We want to do more playable characters. We want to, anything's on the table there. We could do tie-ins from other IPs. Who knows what happens there? It's like, that's the exciting thing about this game, I think. This is just the beginning. So our bosses are fairly traditional, like 3 stages. You got to figure out how to defeat them, and there's a little bit of thinking involved there. So it is very action. It's very beat 'em up, but then we have just enough, we think, of the sort of cerebral stuff as well.
And there are like distinct regions that you'll visit. They're in Darkwood at the moment here. There is...
there's Koth, the desert.
Vanaheim
in the snow. Hyperborea in the fiery, lava-y sort of place. And each of them has a boss at the end of it. And once you defeat all them, the big gate in town unlocks, and you fight Tothamon and his big bad spirit. So yeah. And throughout that, I should say that as well. Throughout the game, there's 2 endings to the game. I won't tell you too much about that, but if you find enough secrets, you'll get through a playthrough, you'll get a second ending, a different ending.